Old-style boxing matches aren't as popular anymore because they're not as aggressive. Now, fights between robots controlled by people have taken their place and are more exciting to watch. Charlie Canton, a retired boxer, travels around and competes in robot boxing matches. After a rough night, he wakes up in his van, surrounded by empty beer bottles. He receives a call from someone asking about his $30,000 debt. Charlie mistakenly calls the man by the wrong name, tipping him off that Charlie owes money to more than one person. Charlie fakes a poor signal and ends the call abruptly. Soon after, a group of girls approaches Charlie's van, asking to see the renowned fighting robot, Ambush. Eager to take a picture, one of the girls pulls out a camera, but the man demands $5 for a snapshot. Deciding it's not worth the cost for a picture of an old piece of metal, the kids leave the fairgrounds. Charlie reunites with his old friend Ricky, who manages the arena. Ricky offers Charlie $3,000 if Ambush participates in a fight against one of his bulls. The catch is, the bull needs to weigh 800 pounds, and Ambush's opponent will earn double his wage. Feeling confident, Charlie decides to take a risk and proposes a bet to Ricky, $20,000 if he wins the fight. Ricky accepts the bet, but cautions Charlie about the serious repercussions if he loses and fails to settle the debt. As the fight commences, Charlie proudly presents Ambush to the audience. Initially, things go smoothly as the robot adeptly avoids the opponent's attacks. However, Charlie becomes overly engrossed in engaging with the crowd, failing to notice the furious bull charging at Ambush from behind. The bull slams into Ambush, tearing off one of its legs. Charlie urges Ricky to halt the fight, but Ricky, reveling in the opponent's downfall, ignores Charlie's pleas. Eventually, Ambush is reduced to a worthless pile of metal, dismantled by children seeking souvenirs. With no funds to cover the loss, Charlie attempts to sneak away unnoticed by Ricky. However, he's trailed by two men, and in a moment of panic, Charlie strikes one of them, mistaking them for individuals demanding money from him. The strangers deliver devastating news to Charlie. His ex-wife has passed away, leaving their 11-year-old son, Max, without parents. Charlie, showing little concern for his son's future, heads to court to sign away his parental rights. Wealthier relatives of his late ex-wife express interest in adopting Max, so Charlie sells them the custody rights for $100,000, taking a $50,000 deposit. Deciding to use the funds to foster a better bond, Charlie agrees to have Max spend the summer with him. With the money, he purchases Noisy Boy, a top-tier robot with voice control from the underground market. Charlie goes back to the gym where he resides, sharing the space with Bailey Talbot, the daughter of his late coach. Bailey chastises him for the extravagant purchase since he already owes her rent money. He tries to charm his girlfriend, but she reminds him about the bills that need paying. Just then, the relatives arrive with Max. Surprisingly, the boy isn't upset about being sold. He's upset that his father didn't share the money with him. The boy chooses to stick around and observe Noisy Boy in action. The fighter in the samurai armor steps out from the box, capturing everyone's attention. Charlie attempts to test the voice commands, but the robot remains unresponsive. He feels cheated and blames Bailey for not verifying the robot. Surprisingly, Max, being smarter than the adults, speaks out the commands in Japanese, the robot's native language, causing it to respond instantly. Noisy Boy complies, and Bailey figures out they just need to adjust his voice control settings. After a quick trial, Charlie loads the robot into his van, gearing up for the next competition. However, Max takes the car keys and insists that Charlie bring him along unless he wants to be stranded without a vehicle. Reluctantly, Charlie agrees, and they head to an underground fight club, encountering numerous other robots upon arrival. Confident in his victory, Charlie urges the organizer, Finn, to enlist Noisy Boy in the main fight. Max, attempting to reason with his stubborn father, suggests participating only in warm-up matches, highlighting that the robot hasn't been tested in an actual battle. Ignoring Max's advice, Charlie pits Noisy Boy against the Fight Club's star, Minus. Right from the start, Noisy Boy delivers powerful strikes to his opponent, causing the audience to erupt in excitement. The samurai robot continues to dominate the battlefield, and Charlie is elated, believing he's about to effortlessly earn a considerable sum due to his neglect. However, in his excitement, Charlie overlooks Midas, his robot's weak spot, allowing the opponent to seize control of the battle. Desperate, Charlie tries to recall and shout out seemingly impressive commands for Noisy Boy. Charlie's adversary demonstrates a better understanding of his robot's capabilities, swiftly toppling Noisy Boy and severing its head in a crushing defeat. Amid the wreckage, only the voice control system of the robot remains intact. Max rightfully reprimands his father for engaging with the champion without even familiarizing himself with basic commands for Noisy Boy. Unwilling to take responsibility, Charlie commands his son to be silent if he wants shelter for the night and not to end up on the streets. While scavenging for parts at the junkyard, Charlie recounts the origins of boxing robots and how they took over human boxing in the ring. Engrossed in his father's storytelling, Max fails to notice a nearby cliff edge and tumbles over. Fortunately, he grasps onto a robot's outstretched hand, averting a potentially fatal fall. Charlie descends the cliff to reach his son, pulling him close in a reassuring embrace. After ensuring Max's safety, the boy, still shaken, ventures away to inspect the part that prevented his fall. Surprisingly, he discovers the remains of an ancient robot buried in the dirt. Excited about their find, Max urges his dad to retrieve the car so they can transport their discovery home. Charlie reverts to his self-centered nature and declines to assist his son. Determined, Max single-handedly hauls the robot through the night, laboriously ascending the steep hill until dawn breaks. Exhausted but unwavering, he finally reaches the van with the salvaged parts. Returning to the gym, Bailey is appalled by the state of Noisy Boy's remnants. Disappointed in Charlie, she confronts him, urging him to stop pursuing an illusory victory before losing everything tangible he has left in reality. The man convinces Bailey to assist him one last time and inspect the robot Max found. They discover it's an obsolete model designed not for fighting, but as a sparring partner. Surprisingly, it lacks the ability to initiate attacks, but excels in absorbing hits. Unexpectedly, the robot powers up, revealing a rare shadow feature noticed by Bailey, enabling the robot to replicate any human movement flawlessly. Max cleans the robot, unveiling its name, Adam. Excited about their discovery, the boy proposes testing it out. Under the cover of night, in the clandestine world of illegal robot fights, Max sneaks into the gym and activates Adam. They embark on a late-night journey where Max begins learning to control his first robot. As morning approaches, their bonding experience continues, marking the start of Max's robot handling education. Max decides to ask Bailey about what his father used to be like, about how he always fought till the end and didn't give up even in front of the strongest opponents. With the advent of the era of robots, no one needed his fighting skills anymore, and he couldn't become a champion. Charlie interrupts, announcing his departure with his son for Atlanta to seek out a potential partner interested in purchasing a new robot. Upon arrival, he instructs Max to wait in the building's lobby while he searches for Finn. However, while waiting, the boy encounters Tag Machito, the mastermind behind Zeus, the undefeated robot champion. As reporters gather, the man confidently asserts that Zeus will obliterate any opponent daring to face it in combat. Meanwhile, Charlie appeals to Finn for a loan, citing their old friendship, but Finn declines to bet on him. Frustrated and angered by the refusal, Charlie, in a fit of spite, permits Max to engage in a fight at the zoo, secretly hoping his son will lose and stop bothering him. The next day, Charlie wakes up for Max's voice as he has been training with the Atom since the morning. He watched the robot and programmed the commands himself using the shadow feature. Charlie is pleasantly surprised by his son's persistence, understanding deep down where he got this quality from. They arrive at the place where the battle is held, and Max negotiates a deal with the leader. If Adam lasts one round, then the boy takes $1,000. However, if the robot doesn't survive, the leader takes him. The fight begins, and Max takes control of Adam. The robot doesn't attack, but only defends itself steadily, taking the blows of the enemy. Charlie advises his son to move more to maneuver the robot's attacks, but the opponent grabs Adam and strikes him in the head, causing him to fall. As the countdown signals the end of the round, the robot has a mere 30 seconds to rise. Max commands Adam to stand, and surprisingly, the robot complies, resulting in the boy automatically winning $1,000. However, the event's organizer disputes this outcome, proposing to double the winnings if the robot endures one more round. Now it's Charlie attempting to dissuade his son from this precarious gamble. Max accepts the challenge. As the second round commences, Adam leaps forward, delivering a devastating blow that crashes the opponent's system. Max emerges victorious, claiming his prize amid cheers from the crowd. The following day, the boy persists in training with the robot, endeavoring to impart new commands. However, when boredom strikes, Max decides to dance with Adam, astonished as the robot effortlessly mimics his every movement. Charlie joins them, and Max reveals that he integrated Noisy Boy's voice control into Adam, eliminating the need for a control panel. Max proposes that his father trains Adam in his boxing style, using the robot's shadow feature. Initially hesitant, Charlie suggests making Adam's dancing ability its unique selling point in the ring. However, Max agrees to focus on dancing only if his father teaches the robot boxing techniques. Their rigorous teamwork commences. Charlie dedicates long hours teaching Adam combat techniques, while Max initiates each fight with a captivating dance routine. Adam becomes a consistent winner, triumphing in one bout after another. The father and son grow closer with each success, bonding over their shared victories and earnings from small-town fights. Charlie conscientiously sends a portion of their winnings to Bailey, gradually repaying his debt along with the added interest. The dancing robot captivates the audience, gaining widespread attention even in the news, elevating its popularity. Thanks to this buzz, Charlie and Max receive an invitation to join the prestigious Real Steel Champions League tournament. As Max readies Adam for the event, Charlie mentally primes himself and his son for the fight, stressing the importance of leaving all emotions outside the grand ring. A manager enters their workshop and invites them to the larger Farlam Kova. The owner of Zeus, the businesswoman, is looking for a sparring partner for Zeus and offers to buy Adam for $200,000. The offer is valid until the first round with its rival Twin Cities. Charlie immediately agrees, but Max refuses and leaves the room. Charlie tries to persuade his son to accept the tempting deal, but he asks his father to think about why Willem Kova would want to buy a robot for such a large amount of money. Max holds a firm belief in Adam's uniqueness and refuses to sell his metallic companion, despite the thunderous cheers from the crowd. As the formidable two-headed robot, Twin Cities, enters the ring, Max guides Adam out, initiating a battle dance. However, the fight takes a grim turn as, within the initial minutes, the opponent ruthlessly assaults Adam, preventing the dancing robot from retaliating. Amidst the chaos, Charlie astutely observes Twin Cities' vulnerability, a telltale twitch in its right shoulder preceding each strike. Seizing the opportunity, Adam swiftly maneuvers under the opponent's arm, initiating a barrage of devastating body blows. Gradually weakening Twin Cities' right side, Adam finally delivers a decisive kick to the head, rendering the opponent unconscious. The audience erupts into thunderous applause, and Bailey, who has been avidly observing the fight, joins in the jubilation with a joyful scream. In an impulsive move, Max dashes into the ring, seizing the microphone from the referee. He boldly challenges Zeus, Farlamkova's renowned robot, to a fight. After claiming victory, Max and his father head to their van with the winnings. However, Ricky intercepts them, ordering thugs to attack and reclaim the money. Tragically, the assailants overpower Charlie, viciously beating him and seizing all their hard-earned winnings. In a bid to ensure his son's safety, Charlie decides to take Max to his legal guardians for protection. Tearfully, Max pleads with his father to allow him to stay, but Charlie, concerned for Max's well-being, refuses to take any further risks. Disheartened, Max leaves to pack his belongings. Despite the situation, Charlie declines to accept the remaining portion of the money offered for the custody sale, choosing instead to prioritize Max's welfare over financial gain. In a heartfelt conversation, Charlie attempts to convince his son to depart with his relatives, expressing his feelings of unworthiness as they bid farewell. However, Max earnestly expresses his desire for his father to continue advocating for him. Reflecting on their shared moments, Charlie recalls the cherished time spent with Max. Seeking solace, he seeks out Bailey and lies down beside her, bringing her immense joy in that moment of connection. Encouraged by Bailey's words, Charlie is swayed not to depart from his son. She assures him that it's never too late to mend their relationship and rectify past mistakes. Their conversation culminates in a heartfelt kiss before Charlie approaches Max. With remorse in his voice, he admits to regretting his absence all these years. Charlie earnestly pleads for another opportunity, vowing to fight for his son this time with unwavering commitment and determination. Charlie leads Max away, and in the distance, Max notices Adam. Excitedly, Charlie informs Max that Zeus has accepted the challenge, persuading Max's aunt to allow him to attend the tournament. At the Champions League venue, hosts reveal that Machido considered yesterday's fight with the outdated robot, Adam, an insult to his creation. This sparked a public relations disaster for the Zeus team, compelling them to accept the challenge posed by Charlie and Adam. Charlie and Max arrive at the tournament accompanied by Adam. In the midst of the buzz, fintechs place bets against the junkyard robot, offering odds of 1 to 5 that Adam won't endure until the round's conclusion. Ricky, exuding confidence, approaches and boldly wagers $100,000 against Adam's longevity in the first round. If his bet proves successful, Ricky stands to gain $500,000 by the match's end. The stage is set for Zeus as an extravagant entrance, met with thunderous applause, sees the champion dramatically leap into the ring. In contrast, Adam enters more humbly, and the fight commences. With the first strike, Zeus swiftly knocks out Adam's opponent. Spectators anticipate a swift victory for the reigning champion. Despite taking a fall, Adam rises, only to endure a relentless barrage of powerful blows, succumbing to a third knockdown. Adam rises once more, facing Zeus as the champion corners him. In a moment of determination, Charlie gathers his resolve, striking the enemy robot before swiftly retreating, stunning onlookers. Surprisingly, Adam takes control of the fight, tenaciously delivering a barrage of blows to Zeus. Despite facing a formidable opponent, the aged robot remains steadfast, enduring until the conclusion of the first round. Meanwhile, Ricky attempts to hastily depart the venue but is intercepted, leading to him losing his bet, and his money is claimed. The battle persists, and Adam valiantly endures through the second and third rounds, showcasing heroic resilience until the fourth. Zeus unleashes a relentless onslaught, causing severe damage to the valiant robot. With a powerful blow, Adam's voice control system is obliterated. Despite this critical setback, the robot tenaciously holds its ground until the round's conclusion. However, the chances of Adam securing a victory appear exceedingly slim at this point. Max attempts to encourage his father to utilize the shadow feature to control Adam. Observing Lem, Kova, and Machido growing increasingly uneasy, Max senses their apprehension about the potential hidden abilities of the old robot. Eventually, Charlie yields to his son's desperate pleas. In his role as a coach, he delivers a motivational speech to Adam before the impending fight, even though the robot cannot hear him. As the fifth and final round commences, anticipation mounts. Charlie opts for a defensive strategy, exhausting Zeus by blocking and evading the opponent's attacks. Max grows anxious, fearing for Adam's destruction, and urges his father to fight back, but Charlie insists that it's not the right moment. As Zeus begins to tire out, Charlie seizes the opportunity, launching a sequence of devastating strikes. The tide turns and the reigning Real Steel champion starts to falter. To everyone's surprise, Machido intervenes, taking control of Zeus himself in a desperate attempt to reverse the situation. In a climactic turn, Charlie delivers a resounding uppercut to Zeus's head, sending the champion crashing to the ground. Although Zeus manages to rise, Charlie relentlessly continues his assault, showcasing all his fighting techniques on the opponent. Zeus, teetering on the brink of defeat, is spared as the gong rings, signaling the end of the battle. The audience erupts in cheers and chants Adam's name, acknowledging the valiant effort of the old robot. Bailey rushes onto the stage, planting a kiss on Charlie, but despite the passionate effort, Zeus secures the victory based on points, retaining the title of Real Steel Tournament Champion. However, the battle represents a monumental setback for Farlam Kovacs Company. Despite the loss, Adam is heralded as the people's champion, a triumph that Max wholeheartedly embraces. Overwhelmed with emotion, the boy collapses into his father's embrace. In that moment, without uttering a single word, Charlie communicates his profound pride and love for his son. Charlie, Max, and Adam stand in the middle of the ring, feeling proud and happy as everyone cheers for them.